understanding by design. From the mist it makes me blind. Follow the river, and the caution leave behind. In the place that you denied, the dream of life is all I find.
this town with the speakers loud and the radio, playing old Sublime that we stole online, every verse we know. And we hadn't had a clue if we'd make it by noon or even where we'd go. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. We don't need a map, everywhere. The tank said E and we all agree that we're just too broke. Fill it back up, so we left your truck on the road with Rome. Then we found a motel with a cigarette smell, so we knew we're close. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. We don't need a map, everywhere is home. Is where I can find some peace of mind to make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road. But don't get left behind on the road. Don't get left behind on the road. Don't get left behind on the road. We play Tupac, Shellac, and we turn the music up when he raps about hope. We hold our thumbs high and hope someone is kind enough to give us all a ride. And we wouldn't have a clue if we'd make it back to or even where we'd go. But we don't need a map, everywhere is home. A Ford stopped on the street, said where you trying to be. We said we don't really care, we'll know it when we're there. We took on down the road, he flipped on his radio. Santeria started slow, so we knew that we were close. Home is where I can find some peace of mind to make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road. 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 Home is where I can find some peace of mind to make my own way. I don't know where I will end up, but I'll find it someday. Keep on searching, engine burning while we're turning it around. But don't get left behind on the road.
Alright everyone, welcome back. I'm Winter, and it is June 5th of 2024. Thank you guys for being here so early on. Hopefully you've had a good day so far, and hopefully it's about to get just a little bit better. Today, we're playing StarCraft with commentary. Thank you to Lester, Jellyfish, Aardvark, Enderino, War Boss. Yeah. Go ahead, you still enjoy it. I'm allergic to a lack of subscribers. Thankfully, coming closer to a solution is
2 years, 2 months equals 4
Tom Return with a bunch of math to save the day. And thank you for those on YouTube. If we get 33 likes before I finish this sentence, I won't turn off the stream. Probably should have continued the sentence. I'll probably keep it on anyways, but make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Gamer time. We didn't find anyone. Do it ourselves. SC1 versus SC2. Well, to be honest, I've been enjoying SC1 versus SC1 in SC2 more. But either way. We'll see. I think we had our player from yesterday, the Silver Leaguer, send in some replays, which at an appropriate time we'll take a look at. I called him out and said, because he asked, do you do Angry Coach anymore? And I'm like, I do Angry Coach with all the replays that people send in. How many games have you played? Expecting him to say, well, I don't play, I just like watching. And he said, I've won 150 games this season, and I'm Silver 2. Which, you know? I might be like, that's a lot of games, Silver. I was in Silver for a couple hundred games to start out. And that was back when, well, nobody knew what they were doing. So, some respect there. So, free Angry Coaching later. He picked SC2 Terran, which I usually ban from my games because I like having fun. But if I'm going to host a public game, I can't very well just ban people, so. Thank you, Asperity. I just don't enjoy it. 51 months. Kind of an odd timing. I've found I need to leave enough space to actually build, you know, building. It's been a struggle. Think I would lead you back to my home? I don't want Terrans knowing where I live.
Not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. minerals. Not enough minerals. Make use of me. Initiating war vengeance. I have returned. Research complete.
Diamond 2 forever.
Not enough minerals. You have 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 not enough minerals.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
You must
Hello,
construct
Winter. It
additional
is your
piles.
Thank
favorite
you.
viewer again, and it is that time of the month again. No, not for Aunt Flo to arrive, but for me to send a message. Yay, yay, yippee, yay, yay, yippee. Sneckup 117 just donated $6. Bribery for patience and forbearance as I log in for the first time in a while pod chat.
I just don't enjoy.
Not enough minerals. Research complete. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
Alright. Getting the Robo Bay and the Observatory at the same time cuts too much into the Reaver timing. I think you gotta start the Reaver, then get the Observatory, which takes like no time to build. How much is it? 50 gas? 50-50? It only takes 20 seconds. The Reaver takes 47 seconds. Yeah, there's plenty of time to do that. I was just lazy getting the Robo Bay and the Observer Bay at the same time. The invite be in the Winterstarcraft general chat, group chat. You can go to the groups. And it's not the fangirl group, though you can also join that if you'd like. It is the one with more than one members. There's quite a lot going on there. Also, you have to allow invites from players who are not on your friends list. I don't care who hurt you in the past. And while we're waiting for someone to be slightly less antisocial, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Or else. Where's the like button? Very close to the subscribe button on Twitch. I bought your patience. Oh, so we're gonna drag it out then. Always good to remind someone that you tried to bribe them for $6. The Archon doesn't even fit in the, reminds me of Deathwing in Heroes of the Storm. Show me those toes, Archon. All two of them. Yeah. Things I never wanted to know. The Dark Archon doesn't even have toes. Which is... Now, don't worry about it showing the model correctly, because 99% of people have no idea that screen exists. I guess he did need to buy the patience. How do you get there? Do you need help? I will admit that it doesn't feel like that's where the... Like, that should be like tech tree or something. Instead of just help. Because originally it was just like, here's how you control it. It's like a tutorial screen. Also, most mods don't have that sort of stuff. I mean, that's a pretty professional way of doing things, is making it... Like, having that and the hotkeys be separate is very nice. Even the Hydras. So, Hydras in... The SC1 Hydra, 7.5 damage every 0.74 seconds. 10 versus Armored and Shy. I didn't realize they did more versus Armored. Versus SC2 Hydras, which have 12 damage every 0.59 seconds. So, that is a pretty significantly higher DPS against everything, with slightly more... It doesn't have more range? I don't think it has more range. I think they both have the 5 range. No. SC1 Hydra's 4 range and then 5. SC2 Hydra's 5 range, then 6. With groovy spines. But only one supply on Brood War? Yes, yes, yes. Let's see if our good not-so friend here managed to use basic technology. Did it? Nailed it? Alright. Twitch chat, Terran or Zerg. Take a pick. First to pick. Zerg. Alright, well he picked Terran at the end of it, so... I thought he was gonna play Protoss, but... Steal his command center. I will attempt to steal his command center. He said he bought my patience. I thought it was for the game, but it was really for the fact that he struggles with basic technology. I'm surprised he was able to try to bribe me. With $6. Which is a weirdly specific number. I wish you could set a different color for each race. Like, purple is great for Zerg, but I'm not a big fan of it for Protoss and Terran. Terran, I like the red, and Protoss, it's more of a blue or teal. Especially the Brood one. But... purple looks pink, because it is. It's like a lavender. They switched out some of the SC2 colors with the Brood War, like the pastels of Brood War, which I'm not sure why Brood War is like that, but... but, like, Brood War has teal and light orange and stuff like that. We didn't know how to use primary colors back in the day. Maybe they looked really bad because of how few pixels there were. I'm not sure. Blue and red are perfectly fine. No. From the pro games I've seen, they're almost all like... well, there's like blue, teal, like pink. There are these off colors. Yeah, it's kind of weird it changes the SC2 colors as well, I will say, in the mod. Wait, he's pretty all right, yeah. Is the hatchery creep spread different than the SC2 hatch creep spread? Which recently got buffed as well. Because the distance the creep actually spreads is pretty relevant.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more.
We require more mineral. Okay.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Just chill out, bro.
Spawn more overlords.
It's always something. There's always something.
Spawn more overlords.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, how many mutas does it take to one-shot Brood War SCVs? 6? If they don't have any armor. I think 7's a safe bet.
We require more Vespene gas. We require more Vespene. Spawn more overlords. We require more Vespene gas. Require more minerals. Require more Vespene.
There's definitely some spider mines out there.
Is under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Spider mines are pretty good against vultures.
Evolution complete. Evolution complete. overlords. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack.
Thank you.
Is under attack. Your dedication will be rewarded.
That's almost 2 years.
He keeps rallying, and it's eating my infested Terrans.
Require more victory. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Please lay down more spider mines, sir. Thank you. Sacrifice me. Oh my god.
Our forces are under attack.
Ah!
Require more Vespene gas.
Hey! Come back here! Some bullshit. He countered it. Oh, what? I'm making Scourge. Can I mine from this? Like it's a normal base?
The hive cluster is under attack.
Take a seat over here, sir. Live. He has a ton of money in the bank right now.
Our forces are under attack. Require more Vespene gas.
Kind of bullshit. I should be able to mine from it. Let me in. No more bases. What happened to your bases, sir? Where did they go? Ended the game with all the command centers and the hatcheries. Make sure to smash that like button on YouTube. We have 157 viewers and only 40 likes. Why do you hate me? Well, dislikes work as well. Engagement. Either way. Just make a decision. And here on Twitch, all you gotta do is stay tuned in. Yeah, turn your dial, tune it, as you would, to channel 3 so you can play games. I'm barely old enough for that. Alright, Zerg Protoss. Is it Protoss time? Weird sounds of Zerglings. Yeah, that honestly, I say this every time, but somewhat objectively, as someone who didn't play Brood War, I do not have nostalgia for the good old days of Brood War. I was too busy being addicted to World of Warcraft at that time. I didn't even know what Brood War was. I think the SC1 sounds like are way more recognizable. I like them a lot more for a strategy game. Because I can close my eyes and could tell you which units are fighting. Which in SC2 you can do it, but it's far less distinct. Like, the sounds are much more realistic in SC2. Class you played in WoW? Resto Druid for pillar humping, and Frost Mage for pretending I was good. I could not play melee for many years because my PC sucked too much to ever stay in melee range. Well, I mean, I played Druid as a Druid. Before they added dual talent specs, I had like over 40,000 gold in respecs because you could only have a single spec, and it cost 50 gold to respec, which is not that much, but it was ridiculous. Like, I was always broke because I respec like 3 times a day to do different things because I played Druid to play all the classes at once. Obviously, this is Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King. I think they added dual talent spec. Wrath of the Lich King, but something like that. But I was playing random in WoW, okay? Is the summary as well. Which is why I played Druid most of the time, because I didn't have to commit to just one thing. Dual spec costs 1,000 gold, but a one-time fee. I don't care now. Alright. It was my WoW Arena partners, to tell this story for the 78th time, that got me into SC2. Like a couple days, a day or two after it came out, they weren't playing Arena. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, we're playing this game. So I went up to GameStop, the store. And I got the box. Still have the box. Pretty fucked up over there. And I canceled my WoW sub within the month. And then I came back some months later for Cataclysm, and that lasted a month. But, and then SC2 all the time for the last 14 years. Here we are. Yada yada, here we are. Because I was already playing Arena most of the day anyways, which was the most competitive mode. And then I'm like, well, this is clearly more competitive, so...
additional pylons. You must construct. You must construct additional pylons. Construct additional pylons. require more Vespene gas. Research complete. My line instructions. My line. My line. My life for all. My life for all. We must join our brethren now. You require more Vespene gas. My life for ire. My life for ire. You have not enough minerals. My life for ire. We must join our brethren now.
Pretty good. Was late on the Reaver drop because I misclicked the Robo Bay. Did not work out, but there was enough pressure anyways. Can we see if he got siege? I assume he did eventually, but it was too, like, it needs to be first. Stim doesn't really work against ranged goons. Did not say GG. He did say GG, but I wouldn't blame most people. Like, I find that the average Twitch chatter is not fast enough to catch things very quickly. The newest map is that Neo Dark Origin. Which reminds me of some of the more painful... oh, Citadel. Alright. So, yeah, the Dark Origin, or whatever it is, reminds me of some of the more painful Wings of Liberty maps. Probably not gonna see too much of that one from me. The fuck is that? I hated Dark Origin and Brood War 2. Yeah, the expansion layout, I don't know. Call me traditional, but just a pain. Like, that's no fault to the map maker or the SC2 map maker. Like, I assume all spawn positions are open. Oh god. Yes, we have the Narcos filter here. I see. This map is set in Mexico, as you know.
You must construct additional pylons. You have not enough minerals.
Don't worry, we'll just say he's a cheeser if I get attacked. Then accuse him of being a disgusting player. That's the plan.
You have not enough minerals. 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 You have not enough minerals.
My god. I can't. Oh, that's not any better. My eyes. I think we're gonna need to turn down whatever the lighting filter is. I think wait, I know they know how to do it. Palapoid was really good on the lighting, but this is, painful.
You have not enough minerals. My life for all. You have not enough minerals. Cheers. Ready for battle. Excellent. I stand ready. Upgrade complete. Mighty of service. You require more Vespine gas. Life for hire. Let us attack. Ready for the idea of service. Let us attack. I stand. I stand ready. Ready for battle. Let us attack. Research complete. Let us attack. Ready for battle. enough minerals. Waiting instructions. Make use of me. Come awesome. My life. Is awesome. We must join our brethren in battle. You require more Vespine gas. You must research complete. My life. I stand ready. I stand transmitted. My life. You've not enough minerals. I am gas. Guide me. You require more Vespine gas. Research complete. You've not enough minerals. My life for hire. We must join our brethren. I heed thy call. My life for the sun. My life. Your life for hire. For us. I heed yours. My life for you have not enough. It's all true. You must consume. Provoke me. Be silent. You have not enough. Upgrade complete. I love. You must join our brethren in battle. Require more Vespine gas. You require more Vespine gas.
He with you. You with me.
You require more Vespine. My life for hire. You're awesome. Destroy our brethren in battle! Yes. My life for do not provoke me to violence. I am needed by heaven. Transmitted.
I stand ready.
I have returned. He saw to provoke me to violence.
Actions in my way. I stand ready. May I be ready for battle? I stand ready.
Your thoughts. Make use of me.
Rejection's gonna make me fall too steep. But I plan to show up better.
Yes.
Pour my heart all over the floor.
My life for
I
all.
did you wrong.
My life. Not enough
Yes, I did you wrong.
It shall be done. Transmitting. Commencing. Life for hire. It's a life for hire. My life for hire. We must protocol. My life for hire. Life for hire. Very well. My life for hire.
Hear me out this time.
My life for hire. But now calls. My life. Kasana. My life for hire. You require upgrade complete.
I don't enjoy it.
My life.
Yes, I did you wrong.
My life for hire. My life for hire. Zagashurina.
Man's mistake.
Yes. There are schools.
Temptation remade. I can't promise that
Warriors have engaged the enemy.
I feel that's true.
We must join our brethren in battle. But stand down. You require more Vespine gas. You require more Vespine gas. My life for I. You require more Vespine gas. You require more Vespine gas. She house. My life for incorrect protocol. You require more Vespine gas. So be it. Yes. I am negative. Waiting instrument. My life. Not provoke me to violence. My life for hire. We must join our brethren in battle. Cause I search ye house. Honor guide me. No life for I. We must join our brethren in battle. You require more Vespene gas. My life for ire. She. Awaiting instructions. My life for ire. My life. You require more Vespene gas. My life for ire. You require more Vespene gas. We must join our brethren in battle. What command? Your thought. I am needed. My life for ire. Receiving. Your thought. Commenced. Vespene gas.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like, if I control the storms perfectly. Maybe go carriers, but it feels like the ability to rebuild and select all of your units is very helpful for Brood War Zerg compared to the SC1 version. It is by far the biggest buff overall. He does have a voice tonight, and I'm wasting it on you. I have yet, well, also playing Zerg, I have yet to really figure out how to beat the late game. Because it just feels so easy to rebuild Reaver Micro against unlimited lings. Where'd he go? Come back. To bully me some more. He's gone. Doesn't Shuttle just die to Scourge? Or Hydras? I think, like, I know what the army comp is, but you gotta play it like Zerg and SC2, I think. You have to just constantly send Zealots and Dragoons and Observers. Very important to send the Observers with. The Lurkers are incredible. Against Zealots. The Lurkers have, like... I don't think it's a bonus against Zealots. I think it's just... they do better than their SC2 counterparts. Let's see. Oh wait, they do have a bonus against Zealots. 25 damage. Versus the SC2 Lurker, which does less damage. 1.43 attack speed, 1.65. So the DPS of the Brood War Lurker is actually about the same or higher against Zealot. And considering you get so many more of them, it makes it harder. If only there was a way to punish them for having to keep overlords around. This is where we run into the selection group thing again. In Brood War, keeping overlords with your army and protecting them a lot harder than in SC2 when you can just put them with your death ball. Like, just bring 7 overlords. The Corsairs aren't gonna get it done. I think in a... You You've got me actually considering Maelstrom then. You know, does Maelstrom work on Brood War Ultras? I don't think it works on SC2 Ultras, but like, I think we found, you know, huh. Option 2 is stasis my own units, or arbiters for stasis. Honestly, arbiters in general would help. You could tell. Like, it's the same fight that Protoss has in SC2, which is the real struggle is not fighting the army. The real struggle is having detection. SC1 Ultras do splash damage? No, they're single target. Don't let your SC2. They're just very tanky, so they draw a lot of fire. And they're pretty solid DPS against single target. But they're not as scary, but that's more than made up for by the fact the Lings are terrifying. Like, fully upgraded Lings in SC2 are scary, but I would say Brood War Lings are like 50% scary, especially considering you can send them all. Like, Archons feel a lot worse. I think that comes down to the engine again, where it's like, because in Brood War, the Archon would be dealing with smaller groups of units and just cleaning them up. I don't know, I haven't really tried like 5 or 6 Archons at a time. I never got to that point. The Templar just kept dying. Why do they feel more powerful in this mode? I think it's because of the units they're protecting. Like the lurkers. And for the most part here. Also, there aren't as many built-in tools. Like SC2 Archons are insanely efficient against Lings. But I think it's the fact that the lurkers are backing them up. The lurkers are way more scary than the SC2 lurkers. SC2 lurkers are expensive. And not particularly effective against Charge Lot Archon, because their real damage is against armored. That's why we don't see too much of, well, like late game is lurker against Protoss, but it struggles. Especially with the carrier transition on the table as well. I'm pretty sure the SU1 Lings have at least, it's more DPS. I don't know how much more. But if you could feel it. Stop yelling. That drone error sound. Let's see. The Zergling in SC2, 5 damage, 0.5 seconds. Zergling and B-dubs, 5 damage, 0.43 seconds. Not much of a difference. Actually, no, that's over 10% more. It feels like even more than that. Doesn't scale better with... I don't even think Adrenal Glands is better. I think it's less the Lings themselves and more the other units complementing them. Like in SC2, your splash damage is handled by Banelings. Which are Lings. Whereas here we got Lurkers, for the most part. Which are actual range DPS, as well as Hydras, which are actual range DPS.
Evolution complete.
Armored tank is pointless or armored for Archons. That's not true. SC2 units, a lot of them have anti-armor tags. Not too many have anti-shield tags. So, anti-armor damage applies to shields, unless it's different specifically in this mod. But like, if a unit does 10 damage, but 20 damage against armored, and say the Archon is armored, it's going to take 20 damage a hit. So it is relevant, especially against SC2 units. Shields take full damage from all attacks, but in this case, like, the damage would be 10, but because it's armored, it'd be 20.
We require more than
Even though Archon is not armored? Well, if it... I don't know if it's armored. Well, I can see. Help me! It is armored. So that means, for example, it takes bonus damage from a Marauder. We need to go Spire in case he just turtles to Battlecruiser. Like I have my suspicions of. I forgot he's not Brute Lore. Terran, so.
we require more minerals.
Like Terran SC1 versus Terran SC2. Did you not see my YouTube video from like 3 days ago? Also, YouTubers are usually quite reluctant to put up mirror matchups, even in mods, because they just do horrible compared to everything else. Though, maybe a little better, because it's technically not a mirror matchup. More like an Age of Empires match.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords.
Yeah, makes sense. That's a wall.
Our forces forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete.
Let's see. Adrenal glands wasn't even done for the fight. Let's see how fast they kill the planetary. Not so. Wait, does he have building armor? No. They just have a lot of armor. Planetary with more HP. Not even that fast. Spam wings out and win. I mean, more shit counters, less shit. I saw 3. I thought 3 was baseline, but that's probably wrong. It felt like it wasn't dying as fast as it should. That army value. Mutas and Goliath should have no armor tag as well. Now let's look through and see what units are weird that they... Dragoons, armored, makes sense. Armored Archons doesn't make any sense. I don't know about the Archons. Shuttle armored, maybe. Reaver armored, yeah. Scout armored, okay. Corsair, just mechanical. Armored Arbiter. Hand Carrier. And buildings, yeah. Marine. Firebat, nope. Vulture, just mechanical and hover. Goliath is armored. Also hilariously close to the camera. I don't know about Wraith armor. I guess that's the equivalent of the Viking. Valkyrie armored, fair enough. Science vessel armored, dropship armored. Battlecruiser, buildings. Hydra's just biological. Mutas are light. I don't know why mutas would be armored. Lurker, the Lurker is not armored or light, so that's why it feels like they are surprisingly tanky. The Lurker in SC2 is armored, which means it takes bonus damage from a lot of things that are already kind of strong against Lurkers. The Ultralisk is hilariously large, as it should be. The Devourer also exists, technically. Overlord armored. Scourge light. Infested Terran light. Buildings armored. I think, yeah, the standout to me out of all that is the Lurker and the Archon. The Archon, it's weird, it's armored. And the Lurker is weird, it's not. At least to my instincts. All right. Make sure, can we get 100 likes on YouTube? And then I will play this game. And I'm probably going to do it anyways. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Sergeant. A raise for 25 months. Defeater for 85. Skyfox for 22. Glad y'all still enjoy.
행운을 빕니다.
We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Spawn more. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Spawn. Spawn more overlords. more minerals. Require more evolution complete. Require more minerals. 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 Forces are under attack.
I think the double corner expand was maybe a bit much. Also, more sunkens. Apparently we need more sunkens. More than 3. Gonna need like 5. I may have reflexively kept making overlords. So the bad habit is drones not building, me noticing drones aren't building, and my brain saying, oh, you must be supply block, and then building overlords with what little money I have. Moments later, and then ending up at 96 out of 200 supply. Yeah. Better than being supply blocked, I guess. All right, get him again. Have we updated the map yet? I like the layout, but my eyes. Glass do great versus Mutas. Not when you already did a bio-timing attack, and they're clearly... Like, I could have had Lurkers after the first 6 Mutas, and then... The, well, how did the Glass do in there? Like, it's almost all in when you go for that sort of attack. I think just going straight into Science Vessel is the best way. Like, you just... Because Science Vessel gives you detection, and Irradiate can win the game. Doesn't always, but, like, that's the only real long-term option. Do Race need to be changed to be Banshees? No, Race do even less damage in Brood War. I think they do more in SC2 than their Brood War counterpart. Also, Mutas are amazing. I don't know. I don't get why people are like, well, they can't stack up like in Brood War. Yeah, they can stack up like in SC2. What do you mean they can't stack up like in Brood War? They have more range than SC2 Mutas. And they stack up just the same. You just right click a couple times. Like, just same way. Like, everybody, like, you don't have to jump through hoops. It's like, because the StarCraft, it works fine. They work like SC2 Mutas. The only downside is they don't heal nearly as fast. But having extra range and damage, I think, makes up for it. It's not enough that I would probably be using Mutas against, like, StarCraft 2 Terran, because Marines are still just too good, but definitely feel the difference in a good way.
We require more minerals.
Yeah, Marines don't struggle, like... Both Marines and Mutas are stronger because of the StarCraft 2 engine. Which I think, at a glance, leads to the impression that Mutas are worse because they're no longer just picking up, but they're still so good. Part of it is that Marines do not have combat shield, so they don't have that extra 10 HP. And medics are ground units as well that can be picked off a lot easier than medevacs. So that leads to a situation where you can quite effectively pick off groups of units in a way that you wouldn't be able to in SC2. Reminds me more of Wings of Liberty Mutas, when you could actually fight before they had a critical mass of everything, and not lose half your Mutas and everything. Which is why I originally played Zerg for the most part in Wings of Liberty, because I liked Mutas. But nowadays, Mutas die to everything, and literally their mother and their first cousin, and their first cousin's cousin. It's like, okay, alright. Both because of the economies in Legacy of the Void, and they're just hard counters across the board. Whether it's Marines just in a huge number way too early, or Widow Mines, or Ghosts, or Phoenixes, or archons, like. Muta's greatest strength ends up getting used against him, which is their mobility, because they just can't take a fight anyways. Broodworm mutas do +1 damage, would have the same range. Mutas in SC2 have 3 range. Mutas in Broodworm mod have 4 range, which is exactly the same, give or take.
Evolution complete.
Was this worth it? I don't think so. But the fear in his heart.
We require more vessels.
Where are my groovy spines? He's scared of everything. Which is good.
Spawn more overlord. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. We require evolution complete. Spawn. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. Evolution complete. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Spawn. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Spawn more overlords. Spawn more evolution complete. Spawn more overlords. Our forces are under attack complete. Our forces are under attack. Evolution complete. We require more Vespene gas. Our forces are under attack.
Ah! Also keep in mind medics. Oh, you're gonna micro the medic restoration against parasitic bomb and interference matrix? Oh yeah. That's the same level of like use Maelstrom in mind control in the same combo. It's like, yeah, if you're 200 APM higher and also up 50 supply, like maybe. Yeah. Zergling, very strong. Everything else pretty good. Zergling, very strong. Yeah, like you could be like, well, technically, actually, the medic can remove the these abilities. Like all you have to do is have a medic with enough energy in order to use their abilities, then micro set abilities from the medic in the amount of time it takes to be relevant without the medic dying. And most of the abilities take 75 energy, and also they use energy to heal. So if you set that all up perfectly, by the time you get it all, you'll be very dead to everything else. I don't know. Disable autocast on heal. Yes. Should have gotten disruption web at the end to survive. That certainly would have, yeah. No. No. Disruption web doesn't do shit against Zerglings and Ultras. I mean, it feels like if you're in the process, like well, it's good to have if you're able to micro the Corsairs. I don't think it's bad, but I think like Storm. Storm. Were you invited to the Uncapped Game Summit like 2 months ago? Check YouTube on Friday. I'm not saying anything. I explicitly said nothing. Disruption on the edge of your buildings would stop them from attacking the wall with melee. That seems like a permanent solution. Like, these are all things that, yes, in a vacuum are great, but if you're in a scenario where you have to stop them from attacking the wall with disruption web, either it's been the most epic game of all time and there's barely any units left and you're using every last tool left open to you, or you're theory crafting in Twitch chat. Like, Storm is just better. And I bet a great player, much better than me, could use Disruption Web and Storm and have their units in the right spot. But the royal butt. Good luck. Good luck doing all of that, even in the SC2 engine, and also building units and keeping detection nearby, as well as, you know, not losing a bunch of them to lurkers while you're trying to micro disruption web and storm at the same time. It is fun. This is like one of those team honestly, team games. I could see disruption web being very useful, like, because even in Brood War, I'd imagine there's still the carrier player, right? Like Corsair carrier. No, not. What are you doing? No. Yeah, the Reavers. I think the Reavers are better in the Brood War version, in B-dubs, because you simply can't have as many units. Like, there aren't as many units coming. I think Reavers are great against small to medium groups of units, but I am hard-pressed to see the Reavers really doing much against 100 Zerglings. Like, even if you have, like, 5-6 Reavers, maybe more, like, they'll get one volley off and then they'll close the distance. It's because in Brood War, you can't send nearly that many units, but in SC2, units will dutifully run up a ramp or into Reaver fire if you have 14 Reavers. Yes, fair enough. I think it comes down to the practicality. I think Storm's just way better for the same reason. Like, Storm is easy enough to get with the infrastructure you already have. And because those same units are clumping up, the Storm does incredible. Like, it's ridiculously strong. Like, I think Reavers are weaker in a similar scenario than in SC1. But Storm is even stronger. And I know Storm is already quite strong in Brood War, but, like, you can get to Storm pretty reliably with SC2, like, starting minerals and, like, starting workers. Like, there's really not too much of a delay. You should have Storm even on 2 base. I keep forgetting to get K Terran Amulet, though. Get my fancy necklaces that come with plus 25 energy to start. Something like that, right? ZVZ. Don't worry, I watched the Brood War player play this matchup. You want your mirror matchups? Here you are. We'll see. I may just die.
Spawn more Overlord.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to match Ling Bane. So we're gonna try to skip it.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
I don't want to talk about that, but
Require more minerals. 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 We require our forces are under attack.
Nobody knows how to
Require more minerals.
What? You took that base?
Our forces are under attack. We require more Vespene gas. Our forces are under attack. We require more evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. Require Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack. The High Coast is under attack. Evolution complete. Our forces are under attack. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack.
Where are you going? Muta. So yeah, that's not how you wall off. I think it needs to have like... I'm not actually sure you can wall off the side of the hatchery. But creating any choke points. Brood War Zerg is not supposed to win. I mean, you can shut down the Ling Bane. I think SC2 Zerg wins by threatening Ling Bane and then just taking the entire map. Like, you force them to sit in their base, and then you can do whatever you want. I'm pretty sure that Roach Hydra is going to come out on top, unless they open Lurker, in which case you can go meet. I think SC2 Zerg has a lot more options, but if you don't use any of them, then. Aren't SC1 Hydras a better roach? Not specifically against roaches. I am reasonably convinced that they will die quite easily against mass roach. Well, mostly because the SC2 roaches are way tankier. And the brood... Well, I mean, we're factoring in there's no lurkers or lings here. It's just like straight up hydras versus roaches. The hydras have anti-air and they can become lurkers. Is their defining characteristics. Roaches beat hydras in SC2, and SC2 hydras are better SC1 hydras, so, like, pound for pound, you need to have something in front. Supply for supply. Yeah, we're totally talking about maxed out 200 supply armies of roaches versus hydras and not like A+1 timing at 130 supply. But when you do a short, when you put 300 hydras versus 300 roaches or 150 roaches in the unit tester, then it's a fair fight. Or if we had a unit tester. 1,000 hydras would own 10 roaches. You know what? I'm not sure, but I'm leaning towards a yes on that one. I'm pretty sure. I'm leaning towards yes. I've kept my complaining to a minimum. Aren't you proud of me? I was. No one higher than Platinumville. We could go to Korea. Oh wait, it's time. I forgot. I'm like, we're bogged down a bit here. So it's time for a quick advertising break. Then we have Angry Coach. How exciting. With Daniel. I don't know if Daniel's here. Daniel probably has 3 wives and 14 kids to attend to, but otherwise, for the first time in a little while. But thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back. Have you not played StarCraft 2 for the better part of a decade, aka most of Max Pax's life? Have you still maintained your opinions on balanced entirely formulated by watching a single-digit number of players over the past few years? Have you been enjoying but not participating in all the games on the new StarCraft Evo Complete mod? Well, have I got a treat for you. For the first time in recent memory, we have someone who's played StarCraft. Yes, Daniel. They named it, and that's how you know they're a newer player, is they just named themselves Daniel. Because of course they did. That's on brand for our Silver League hero. But since you guys are all such great spectators, I have an extra treat for you. Every single month, for absolutely free, you can subscribe to a streamer of your choice with Amazon Prime. Yes, we know you have Amazon Prime, so why have you not yet subscribed? And you know what? We've seen your purchase history. We know the mistakes you've made in the past, so let us make a recommendation instead. Subscribe right here, right now, for absolutely free. And every moment you don't, you're losing money from me. So subscribe with Prime Gaming, because remember, at Amazon Prime, we know where you live. You told us. Good luck. And good night. Thank you for sticking around. I know ads are loud and annoying, but first we're going to have one game to complain about from Dallas. Let's take a pick. Or I already watched all these. Oh, here's a Brood War Terran versus SC2 Zerg with S-ranked Terran versus Grandmaster SC2 Zerg.
SCV good to go, sir.
SCV good to go, sir. That's sorry. Alright. Well, we're gonna watch the B-dubs cam for a moment here. But, thank you for watching. I'll be right back. And then, after this game, some angry coach. But yeah, this 2 Korean Grandmaster and apparently S-ranked Terran, according to KiwiOdd. It could be Maru, it could just be some random, like, pretty high-level barcode. You know what? As long as it's good games, who gives a sh... Be right back, one moment. Few moments.
SCV good to go, sir. 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 sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
You want
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
Prepped and ready. Prepped and ready.
SCV good to go, sir.
Add-on.
Need a light?
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
Research complete.
SCV good to go, sir.
Piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
Need a light?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir. SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of
Prepped and ready. Add-on.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV good to go, sir.
Upgrade complete.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Research.
You want a piece of me? Need a light? You want a piece of
SCV
me,
good to
boy?
go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Can I take your order?
You want a piece of me, boy?
Prepped and ready.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Research.
You want a piece of me, boy? 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 You want a piece of me, boy
Explorer reporting.
You want a piece of me, boy? 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 We gotta move.
SCV good to go, sir. SCV,
You want a piece?
Explorer reporting.
You want a piece of me, boy? Piece of me, boy?
Our SCV
You want a piece
is
of
under
me,
attack.
boy?
SCV good to go.
Add-on complete.
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy?
You want a piece of meat, boy?
You want a piece of me, boy?
I keep forgetting the science vessel has an energy upgrade. I don't think I've gotten that besides BGH.
Unacceptable landing zone.
Need a light. You want a
The upgrades.
SCV good to
And
go.
building those barracks. Can you... Does that work? Won't they get stuck in there?
You want a piece?
I guess as long as you rally them, but
You want a piece of me, boy?
I guess you could just lift if you need to. The SCVs...
Sir.
Oh. Wait, is there no space?
Add-on complete.
Just the barracks block.
You want a piece of me, boy?
SCV
You want a piece of me, boy?
And some fire bats as well.
Your forces are under attack.
Did he just fake a drop?
You want a piece?
I don't know how intentional the fake was.
Your forces
Or if there were
are
units in every... Oh.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me? Need a light.
That is a lot of science vessels. There's a radiator 75, right?
SCV good to go, sir. Explorer reporting.
You want a piece of me, boy?
How do you deal with science vessels?
Boy.
SC2 Zerg, I think you just get ultras, and you hope that they don't get enough damage to kill you with a radiate.
You want a piece of me, boy?
That seems to be the running trend.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Vipers can maybe fight the vessels, but oh my god! Oh, and a D-Matrix fire bat. Oh no! The Banelings just melted. Oh. Wow.
Piece of me, boy?
What a play. Just target a full HP Baneling and it does enough.
Piece of me, boy? Piece of me, boy?
upgrade complete.
What is that? He's getting the medic thingy.
Upgrade complete.
The Twitch chat comment thingy.
You want a piece of me,
Which one is
boy?
that? Gotta get my tooltips. I'm not sure which medic upgrade that is.
Piece of me, boy?
Oh, he just queued them all up. Restoration. Oh, so if he gets hit by, you know, I take it back. I take it slightly back. I think restoration versus parasitic bomb is actually the play.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Like, yeah. So Marines, 10 HP to stim means they get one shot by banelings. So that is the danger of continuing with bio at this stage. Especially without the science vessels to just melt all the banelings. Speaking of banelings.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, but we gotta move.
Explorer reporting.
Viper's on the way.
SCV good to go, sir.
You want
SCV good to go, sir.
you want a piece?
SCV good to go, sir.
Slowly but surely building the depot wall. Oh. Does he not have Hydra speed?
Go, sir.
He doesn't. Ever since Cyril called me out, I'm very cognizant of Hydra speed. D-Matrix Firebat. He just killed his own Hydra! That's one way to deal with a Radiate. Cut out the cancer. Oh, he's adapting. It's painful, but he's adapting. Oh, no.
You want a piece of me, but
SCV good to go, sir.
Yeah, the irradiate ends when the unit does, so if you expedite the process, you know, that actually seems to have saved his Hydra Ball.
Explorer.
you want a piece of me, boy? Need a light?
SCV good to go, sir.
That's still so many vessels. He's leaning more than he's got siege mode, of course, yeah.
SCV good to go, sir.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
So many science vessel. Whoop. And now, oh, that one hurt. That tanks. And a D-Matrix Marine. The Ultra Cavern looking kind of late here.
You want a piece of me, boy? Need a light?
Volleys out the scans. There are Vipers somewhere. I'm wondering if we'll see the restoration on the science vessels.
Need a light?
Because it takes energy, so...
You want a piece of me?
There they are. Oh, he irradiated. Did he turn off autocast? And... Do it! Restoration! Oh, it just... Oh, it doesn't solve... Oh, well that's... So the parasitic bomb just stays in the area. It just cleanses... It doesn't remove the bomb. It just moves it off the vessel. So parasitic bomb, when a unit dies, stays around for the duration. So... That's an intentional interaction. Or at least in SC2 it's intentional. It's just kind of rare you see that happen, because Parasitic Bomb kind of rarely kills anything.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a...
He's just pre-spreading the science vessels. The Vipers are like, well, now what? God, those tanks. They are the Ultras, but they're far too late. The Hydraling Bane was doing great, right up until it wasn't.
Need a light? You want a piece of me?
Explorer reporting.
You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of me, boy?
Yeah, even the death sounds are so distinctive in Brood War.
Explorer reporting.
You can really tell what died. From the, especially like Dragoons and Science Vessels. Ghosts. That is a tank line right there. How many tanks? There's 16 tanks. Most of them here. Wow. So that we can't zoom out anymore. I think the tanks hit hard enough to kill the Ultras. Like, if you have enough...
Is something need a light?
Wait till they siege up again. This Ultra just cleaving through all the SCVs. Radiate! banelings don't matter anymore. Unsieged tanks are fine here.
Need a light.
Oh wait, I can't see the damage. Oh my.
Under attack.
It's enough, is the number. One Ultra just cleared out both these bases, but... How do you kill these siege tanks?
Need a light.
Pretty good. Wow, that cost effectiveness. I think SC2 Zerg didn't know how to deal with the science vessels. I mean, neither do I. I don't think parasitic bomb is the way. I don't actually know how you deal with vessels in high enough number. Even with Vipers, like... So, Parasitic Bomb does 25 damage? 120? Science Vessels have 150 HP, so don't die in one. And, well, Medic Restoration is quite involved, but... If you just split. And if you go Corruptors, they're also vulnerable to Irradiate. Heavily so. So... I do think the Science Vessels eventually become quite a conundrum. But they're relatively fragile. And, you know, I think I'd rather deal with Mass Science Vessel than Mass Ghost. Mutas against Mass Marine and Irradiate. If I had to choose one, I'd rather deal with the vessels, because at least they don't have an auto attack that also kills everything. You can go ultras to try to clear the ground and draw out irradiates. Yeah, like, just full Zerg. Ultras on the ground, Corruptors, and just Vipers with some splitting. I think that's the way. Still painful, but it could be worse. Ah, yes. Alright. He never figured out how to do SC2 replay stats. But now it's time for angry coaching. Well, I don't know how angry we're gonna be here at Daniel, who managed to actually send in a game. So he's already ahead of the pack here. Daniel, from my understanding, is a Silver 2... Okay, maybe he's not just named Daniel in the game. Well, now I don't know which one you are. Maybe the one that starts with a D. Then they're both Zerg. He never specified which player he is. Maybe he's in... Well, there are two replays, so... We'll go with the D, the closest to Dan. We can look at both, but... Oh, what? Why did it not fix my interface? I like using the default interface when coaching, because it's the most, I mean, it's like looking at actually playing the game. 3 to 4 Valkyries to deal with Brood Lords. Now, Irradiate counters everything Zerg. That's kind of the point. But this is not SC Evo. This is just straight up ZVZ with our Silver 2 hero, Duto. AKA Daniel. AKA a real gamer. Okay, so here's your build. 1 drone, then an Overlord, then another drone. So you're always going to start with 12 drones. It should not come as a surprise when you start the game what you're doing next. So I recommend you get the first, let's say, 20 seconds down. So that way it doesn't come as a surprise that you need to continue to spend your money at this stage of the game. As it seems to have been so far. So we gotta go back. Alright, first Overlord moves. Alright, you made a drone. And then, if you were to make another drone now, what you would do is just build. If not, you save up 100 minerals for an Overlord. There's only 2 options. So, being 50 minerals late on your second drone is not an ideal start. But past that, all right. Overlord will finish, so you can rally units from eggs. Looks like we've done that to an extent. I can't tell what I'm looking at right now. Yes, that. Okay. All right. Fine. So far. So. Okay. Spawning pool? No, maybe not exact. Don't. Okay. 9 out of 10. You don't usually want to outright block your own gas gasser. But it's much better than being late on your spawning pool, so. And then you could also. Close. Third Overlord on the way. I like the clear thought process here. So he's also Zerg. So you gotta factor that in. Oh my. So this doesn't actually slow down your gas very much. It's like 10-20%. But clearly it's not ideal. The first thing, as soon as the spawning pools finish, or spawning pools finish, should be queens. Number 1 thing is queens. On both hatcheries. Not a roach warren. Especially not a roach warren when there's an overlord that is in your main. So let's get a queen at the second base here. No, not an overlord. Another queen. Okay, so this is something in my 4-minute long quick tips guide. You can change here your scroll speed. And that's very important. So that way you don't have to take 3 years to scroll either at the edge of the screen or however you're doing it. Because like this is my scroll speed. All right. 69% is a nice spot, I think. So let's take a look at your scroll speed here, sir. So this factors it like you should know where you're trying to scroll to, otherwise it's better to just click on the mini-map. By default, it is 20%. Okay, so let's do a big, we're gonna do a big think here. So, you're Zerg. They're Zerg. You have queens. Okay, follow along. Sound it out. They have queens. What a shock. Let's try to remember that next time.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh my. As you can... At some point, also, moving your... You don't need... Generally, first Overlord outside their base. Second Overlord at their third. Third Overlord in the middle of the map, and everybody else just sits home. I appreciate the diligence of putting the Overlords in their own specific locations, but against Zerg, and when you're busy losing your own, it is not a priority compared to having really... Okay. Okay, so... Unfortunately, I don't think Daniel's here to tell us what the thought process is. But I'm gonna, from my vast experience, literally the second best person in the world, besides Cyril, at gauging the level of play based on... I'm still very upset that Cyril managed to get better than me at that in, like, a week. But, of course, he did. And also, I'm not sure that's a objective metric. But still. I'll tell you what he's thinking. He's not. What's going to happen now is we're going to see a lair. Why? Because there's gas. Because we got 2 gas. There's no reason to have 2 gas before 30 drones, unless you have a specific build in mind. We're getting an Evo chamber because it looks nice in that position and feels like a good idea. You know, some credit for the Evo chamber. And we're probably going to get Zergling speed because we'll remember it after lair. But we're going to get all these things because we have the gas in one fashion or another and no plan for it. All right, some roaches on the way. Are we doing a roach timing? Don't think so. All right. Staring at the hatchery. And there it is. Now, what are we going to do with 2 roaches in a lair and no Zergling speed? Well, we'll cross that particular bridge when we come to it, eh? All right. I see what's happening next. We're going to see the enemy Zergling speed. So, the Zergling speed may only be built here if we see the enemy have Zergling speed, I think. It is one of those games where both players just learn from each other. Which doesn't always go great, because they're both horrible. But we will see. A lot of very specific drone micro. Alright, place your guesses. Clearly we're waiting for the lair. Is it a spire? Is it a Hydra den? Is it an infestation pit? Is it all of the above? I'm gonna guess a spire, and then we're going to forget we were going spire, and then build a Hydra den. That's my guess. Okay. Big thanks. Hydra den first! And then an infestation pit. 2 out of 3. I should have guessed all of the above. Is this a lurker rush? You know, I will take everything back if he goes for a straight-up hive-tech lurker rush. I don't think it's a good idea, but it indicates there is some method to the madness. There was a plan. Because there is a methodical nature to the gameplay that is a bit unexpected here. I will give some credit. And remember, if you can't see the enemy, they don't exist. So we don't have to worry about enemy units. There's the lurker den. What does Hive give lurkers? The upgrades that make them actually good. Range and speed. Though in this particular case, rushing lurkers is a bit of a... It is something of a lurker rush here. I think the early game was a bit haphazard, but... Does he just go Hive? Okay, so here's what you can do as well. Here's a pro tip. You can use the rally point on your hatchery in order to rally units, so that way you don't have them just sitting by your hatch. We managed to do it with the second hatch. I don't know why the first hatch does not have an army right. You can just right click. Okay. The Overlord micro is no, well, is quite a thing. But so far, we've stayed on track. There's something resembling a plan here, which is more than I expect. I'm gonna give... I was wrong. I think he may have forgotten about the hive part, but that's fine. Because in ZVZ, lurkers don't need to be that upgraded. Honestly, I can't. It's just easier. My brain hurts. I don't know, the blue looks weird. Oh, I think it was because I have blue on the mini-map as well, which I never do. I just have the default green. Why are you watching Winter if you don't know about SC2? Because of my glowing personality. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Complete.
Ravager. Not sure that was intentional, but Ravager on the way.
Metamorphosis complete.
Are we acknowledging the enemy might exist at this point? Oh my god, the scroll speed is killing me. You know, you might be right. He may be using... The way it's moving may be arrow keys. Like WASD or arrow keys. It feels kind of odd to just be... Yeah, like it's these jagged movements. Oh, and there's... Ah, shit, I would have been right. And eventually, we get all three because he kind of forgot he had a plan. And there's the Spire. 3 out of 3. So, here's a nice profound sounding statement. If you try to go every direction, you're not going to get anywhere fast. So the reason you don't usually go for all 3 techs is because if someone just focuses on... And there's the hive. If someone... You're not going to have time at anything above the potato level to actually make use of 3 different tech paths. Because it is way too fucking expensive. And 7 minutes, no combat. This is a typical Silver League. So the combat will begin when one of them accidentally attacks. Or they max out, which could take another 10 minutes. Ah, the accidental Zergling timing. Now what are we doing to respond to such grievous injury? We're building some more overlords, which we are rallying manually to the back. I will give... Like, it's not worth the effort, but the fact he's so consistent about it is impressive. These players at 1 full action every second. Oh my. Oh god. That's... Okay, close enough. Okay, so I do have the low APM challenge, which our hero here is clearly, well, not following the guide, but is a participant in such activities. So, where I do believe I have a basic Roach Hydra into Lurker build, which is a bit more coherent than the Roach Hydra into Lurker, into Ravager, into Spire, into Hive, back towards Lurker. Well, this. But the general idea is there. I mean, you look at the enemy Zerg here. You know the most important part of this is we don't care about the opponent. The second Spire is a bit much, but the fact, and is that an Ultralisk cap? Of course. The fact we're worrying about ourselves is important, because up through the Platinum League, well into Diamond, 90% of games are won by making sure you're not fucking up, as opposed to worrying about exactly what your opponent is doing. Obviously, there's an it depends attached. Like if they're rushing Lurkers or Mutas and you don't have detection or anti-air, but besides acknowledging your opponent exists, if you have a solid basic build, that will easily carry you through the Meta Leagues. This is not a solid basic build, but it has potential. This is the full tech tree Prima Strategy Guide 100% achievements build, but the fact that most of the units so far are Lurkers and Hydras is a good sign. Those are let's focus. Let's stay on that track. And yeah. Lurkers, hydras, and roaches are your safest bets. Now you can't go through there. All right. Is it attack time? The classic 155 supply attack timing? Almost at 50, we're aiming for 70 drones, but 57 is pretty good. Oh my, the scrolling. And what upgrades? There's both lurker upgrades queued up. I'd recommend the range first, but I'm not going to be too particular. Looks like everybody's pressing all their buttons here. Got tunneling claws on the other side. I'm not sure Red has any roaches. He does. He does. I take it all back. Some of it back. I really want to know how we're moving the camera. I'm pretty sure it's arrow keys at this point. I will say, injects are happening. There's definitely better methods. But injects are happening on a semi-regular basis, which is quite a solid baseline. Overall. So that's pretty good. And there is knowledge of all the tech options and upgrades, which is another thing.
Our forces are under attack.
All right, so the mini map is in the bottom left corner. There's the select army key. Oh my god, let's swing all the way around with the camera. Okay, no, I don't worry about. I wouldn't worry too much about You know, I gotta say, I don't know how much of this is forgetting that the army's fighting and how much of this is intentionally focusing on macro over micro. But if any part of this is saying, I need to make sure I have more units, as opposed to worrying too much about microing the fight, then that's good. It is a bit of a glaring lack of regard for the fact that, like, if there are lurkers over there... Yeah, but when we eventually... No, we're on the camera now. We're still on the camera. I don't know what we're doing. I think he's microing the... Wow. He has lurkers, which he needs to burrow? Doesn't seem like it, does it? Clearly, now we're gonna get corruptors and mutas, which no, we're not. Stop doing that. No Meta League player can help it, though. At some point, we will go mutas, because it feels like a good idea. Rarely is it a good idea. Okay, at some point, you do need to actually look at where what is okay. Well, and there are many okay. Well. Oh, he's hitting the... How did you... He clicked on the rocks with the ultras. Oh, no, okay. So 2 of the ultras have been just hitting the rocks the whole time. I think a big issue here is the camera control. So, what I like to do, what I've done for your more minute movements, the camera control is, how do you say, fucked right now. I don't know what's going on. I just know it's very dumb. I've switched it from middle mouse, the drag scroll, to the back mouse. That's the side of your mouse button. I don't know if you're on a trackball or something, how that works, but that allows you to do this. It grabs your cursor wherever it is, and you can just drag it around. And I find that to be the best for, well, partially, I got used to it for casting, because it looks way better than going like this, to go like this. But also, don't use arrow keys. I don't know if you're using arrow keys. Just... It's bad. Like, use the mini-map, yes, but... whatever's going on here...
Our forces are under attack. Mineral field depleted.
Okay, so when you see your opponent has ultras and roaches, and you've been upgrading hydras the entire time, I would recommend maybe considering not mutas and zerglings. Not that it matters at all at this stage. But of all the things you can build against ultras and roaches, lings are not in... Oh yeah, also there's an upgrade called Zergling Speed, which is good you didn't get, because then your lings would just die before the rest of your army could get there. So, good foresight on that. That's pretty smart.
Our forces are under attack.
No GG. That's gonna be a red card for Shark over here, who couldn't hang with our hero. But, okay, so the camera movement, the tech focus, the low APM challenge for Zerg, I prescribe to you. Watch my videos, hold your eyes open. I know, you're a Zerg player, you have to focus for more than like 12 seconds in a row. It's hard, but I believe in you. Theoretically, so you can do it. Never give up. But overall, besides the clear bad habits or confusing habits, built more shit, plenty of workers, wasn't scared to expand past 3 bases or even 2 bases, had it every single tech pretty much, which is not a good thing, but understands that those techs exist. Yeah, I can see gold in your future, and that almost certainly will be a stopping block for quite a bit, but still. Yeah, it's like a A-. Mostly because building more shit is better than building less, but... Wow, the next replay says good win. That last one was not a good win. I assumed it was going to be a loss because this one said good win. But no. So they're both wins. Which was such a macro god. As our hero here, I'm not surprised to see more wins, but... Alright, we're going to not dwell on the creativeness of the build, but instead... Well, it's hard not to dwell, though. So if you're gonna build drones, just build the drones. Don't wait. If you're not gonna build drones, let's go... Yeah, go get the hatch. Alright. You don't want to wait, because every second you're waiting here... What are you doing? What is going on? Okay. So to pull first... I mean, that's fine. Getting queens early is always good. I gotta appreciate. By the way, gotta appreciate the Terran opponent who's finishing up his engineering bay here at the 2-minute mark. Can never be too careful. So we are truly ensconced within the Silver League. Good choice on the announcer pack. Okay, alright, we're gonna try to use hotkeys or control groups for the hatcheries. One step at a time. Wait, I don't have him like disabled. He just doesn't have any control groups, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so at least the hatcheries. Please. At least the hatcheries. Like, as soon as you build them. Not eventually. No. It's not like I'm getting around to it. You've been around several dozen times. It's time now. He didn't do it, yeah. So the issue here seems to be consistency, which is a big issue for many players with a lot of potential, where you just kind of forget some things.
New queen.
Like,
Brenda's here.
in this case,
She's disappointed.
using control groups. That is a big one to forget. That's one of the biggest ones you could
And your
possibly
queen is
forget.
ready.
Though with our methodical hatchery control style, I don't think it's going to be as devastating as it would be for some other players, but... Oh no. Oh. No, control groups are not optional. If, like... Even if for some reason you're only using your mouse, you can still set up control groups. And then you can just click them. You can add units into a control group with right click. I'm not explaining how to do it mouse only, all right? No, that's not, this was not specified, but I'm just saying even for using just your mouse, they can still work. Once again, we're coming up against the idea that Zergling speed is optional, and it's totally optional. You have the option of either your Zerglings being useful or not. So, in this case... So, there's a build here. It is a similar build to last game, which makes it very odd the hatcheries are not hotkeyed, but otherwise... Is this a Ravager? Okay, I'm gonna very roughly... A Ravager timing? Is this Dark playing? I love the continually scrolling back and forth. It's like a city builder right now for Zerg. Like the queens on either side of the hatch because it gets kind of weird if they sit next to each other when they inject. The queen's not control grouped, but explicitly microed to different sides of the hatch.
Queen ready. Brenda's ready to rumble.
Alright, let's set those queens up right. You know, I never got to enjoy... Well, I've always been too much of a sweaty tryhard to truly enjoy most games. The build isn't even bad. The habits are definitely inefficient. And, far from ideal, which is kind of what inefficient means. But, like, it's not the wrong direction. It's just not very quickly moving in the right direction. What was that?
Your drones are being slain.
Guys, hello? This is where we're learning some of the value of control groups. Are those non-stim marines? There's also a Hellion in there. I really want to know what's going on with the camera here. Like... Are we like playing through... so like a house of mirrors where we're looking through 3 different angles and seeing only the edge of the screen? Like... Still no hotkeys at all. And he knows about mineral walls.
Your brood's stronger now. You, on the other hand,
Like he knows what a mineral wall is. This is such a weird, like, it's like a Swiss cheese level of knowledge. We have a good idea of basic macro mechanics of rallying from eggs, mineral walls, and expanding and upgrades, but also zero control groups, fucking Michael Bay level camera. Well, this isn't really like Michael Bay.
Mineral field has
Michael Bay is just jump cuts every 14 or 1.3 seconds for ridiculous action shots. This instead is like some weird artsy film where you don't ever actually get to see the protagonist because the CGI budget is way too fucking low. Like, no, so, okay. So just because this is a very much a spending $5,000 to lock the barn door after the $1,000 horse was already ran away. No, just no. That's gonna be a no on the spores. Okay. 1 in the mineral line, maybe 2. But spores do not shoot anything but air units.
Mineral patch is gone.
So even if they do manage to kill a medevac, usually that medevac will have already unloaded some units. Every spore you build kills a drone. So right now, 7 drones have been mercilessly slaughtered for security theater.
Has been depleted. You're all mined out of that mineral field.
Also, still no control groups. He knows what they are. So how do you stop using them? Like, how do you come to the conclusion? Maybe this game was played before, but it feels like this was played after. It's a bit cleaner in the general build. Like, players at this level, you can improve dramatically, even in a couple days. There's a lot to improve upon. But how did we come to the conclusion that control groups were not worth it? He's grouping everything. He's not using select army either. That is the crazy part. Like, it's all done by, like, trackball and touchpad control or whatever.
Mineral field depleted.
Oh my. Like,
Mined out of that cluster.
it feels like we're watching an AI evolve that hasn't quite learned how to play yet and is only learning from its opponents. But its opponents are Silver League. It's like, now we're okay. Well, where's the
Mutation
spire?
Complete. Queen's all done. Good choice.
Okay, we're gonna speed it up because I think we know what happens for the next several minutes, which is probably nothing.
Mineral patch is gone. Queen ready.
Okay, so not even using rally points.
Mutation done. You can run fast.
Yeah, so... Okay, so... This is the help tab, which, unironically, we're going to look at here. Controls. What does it even say? Control groups. Here you go. Here are some camera controls as well. In case you need these are just the default hotkeys, I believe. Well, we eventually got to lurkers. that he attempted a single Marine Hellion drop. I mean, our hero here has also... Ah! So, how those spore crawlers doing? Well, the medevacs are all going to die, so I guess that's a win. And I'm reasonably sure now we're seeing the select all army hotkey. Unfortunately, the only thing that didn't come with here... So, as long as the Terran... Unfortunately for the Terran, he's microing. Otherwise, this army may have been dangerous. But the Terran, because it's way too scary to walk across the map with your feet. Oh, this is only going to reinforce the idea that the spore crawlers were a smart move. Uh-oh. I guess, well... still no control groups.
Mind out of that cluster. And still in the game?
Oh my god, we're going through the mineral wall.
You took all the minerals. All done of all.
Just send like a third of all the drones. Oh my...
You're all mined out of that mineral field.
Hey, why
Mineral
not?
field depleted.
Mineral
path is gone. It's not coming back.
Well, the assault begins. The factories... Oh, that's not gonna go well, is it?
You took all the minerals from that.
The lurkers will burrow.
Mineral path is gone. It's not coming back.
Uh-oh. If only there was some way to select all of the larvae and all the basic... I like how it looks like the fight's going kind of bad. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there was more to be done than look at the fight and say, well, these guys are probably screwed.
You engage the enemy on purpose,
and scramble through the hatcheries back at home.
That cluster.
Okay, so this is where control groups come in. Oh no. The lurkers will survive. Because of course they will.
Brood under attack.
What is this? What am I seeing?
Field has been depleted.
Nope, we're on his camera still. I'm just trying to figure out what's happening. Like there's something going on. It's just kind of unclear.
Mutation finished. Yeah.
So when you're actively fighting the enemy on their doorstep, is not exactly the ideal time to take your macro turn. Usually you want to do it right before you attack. And then after, not while your units are
the swarm is threatened.
Actively engaged.
Brood under attack. Panic time.
Unless you're Cyril. Well, Cyril can do both, because Cyril, even though he's relatively slow, when it comes to professional Zergs, has literally 7 times the APM of our hero here. So,
you engage the enemy on purpose.
Only 7? Well, Cyril averages 450 to 500. Our Zerg hero's at 70, so... Terran, right around there as well. Room temperature, APM, room temperature, IQ. Silver League heroes.
Your extractor is out of gas. No problem since Queens only cost minerals.
Moving your camera is not APM. Nah, and it isn't for Cyril either. Otherwise, he'd probably have 700, but... Because you haven't affected the game in any way, just looking around. Okay, so, like, you need, very simply, I don't care if you go for 5,000 Zerglings, you need control groups. I can't do it anymore. It's making my brain melt watching whatever this, sort of, whatever's happening there. Anyways, the Ultras are chewing through. The Roach Hydra. The Liberator's looking the wrong way. The Corruptors will eventually get through it. The supplies are not looking good for our Terran player, which means we only have 14 more minutes left of this game. Okay. Ultras. Oh, he found his way up the ramp. The Ultra will be last up the ramp, protected by the Hydras. Siege tanks finding more damage. And the Liberators will siege up and take out the ground army. They'll be taken out in turn by the Corruptors. As, yep, somehow we've navigated the narrow path to defeat throughout the field of victory. And that means the game is not yet over, as Liberators are quite a thing. There are 5 Liberators. So as long as our Zerg player goes anywhere else but directly into the massive Venn diagram of freedom, he's gonna be fine. So about that. The only upside is the overkill on some of the Hydras here. Sweet Liberty. Making sure those lurkers know they're being scanned. Does he have lurker range? No. I don't know how there are so many scans on 2 orbitals. I do, but... So, unfortunately, not quite a game winner here, but it's time for the Mutas! Another wave. Because clearly Corruptors and Hydras weren't cutting it, so the Mutas will make another cameo appearance. Ultras. Yep. Lifting to the second base. Still no Zergling speed. Well, that implies Zergling speed will ever be researched, so no Zergling speed. More directly. All right. This should be it. This certainly will be it. The wave that changes everything. 1 SCV to repair. Siege tanks. Plus 3 weapons on those tanks. There are no Carapace upgrades for our Zerg, including chitinous plating. All attack. Which is quite a committed focus. So, unfortunately, there are no other attack paths out on the map. The Terran doesn't realize that there's only 1 attack path, so is not committing all his forces. Classic mistake. Meanwhile, probably the most entrenched siege position that he could build. This replay was titled a good win, by the way. By our Zerg. Which is a bit of a spoiler. The Liberator and the Cyclone. Still some Cyclones here. So that was not the most cost-effective fight for the Zerg, unfortunately. But he does have most of the rest of the map. And he's managed to make it all the way up to 60 workers, so... Liberators, 12 kills, 16. I think some of them ended up dying there, unfortunately. Siege tanks, 9, not nearly as many as you'd think. What's it gonna be? The Terran has retaken the supply lead. For a moment, at least. Quite a moment. Unfortunately, now mining out of the first 3 bases, it is moving on to a 4th. And lands it in an almost perfect location. Brood Lords! That's all I have to say about that. My God. I can't get over that. I can't watch the camera.
You're all
movement.
mined out
I
of
can't
that
do it.
mineral field.
I can't do it anymore. Ah, yes. The gauntlet. As, yes, the game is running, by the way. In case you're wondering, the game is the game is still continuing. The Marines are quite ambitious. No upgrades, basic upgrades or otherwise. Well, advanced ballistics actually on the way. We are actually at double speed, believe it or not, right now. It seems difficult to believe, but here we are. 30 minutes. And... it might be time. He's lining up at the attack path, the only one, as you know. And has the Broodlords at the ready. The air upgrades do not exist. Some Zerglings filling in. Gotta make sure every single last unit is ready. Still, any control groups at all. Literally none. A single Marine scouting in front. Terran, a bit ambitious moving forward here. The Broodlords will draw the siege tank fire. The Ultras do not have chitinous plating or armor upgrades, but the siege tanks, oh, he microed! Classic mistake. But the Marines are coming up to the front line. Unfortunately, the Broodlings and the Broodlords may very well close this one out. The Vikings, a bit optimistic. Siege is up the Liberators. Oh no. Wait. Now he can fight the... No, well. Yeah, that's that. Well, right? It's gonna be very... Yep. Another decisive victory for our Zerg hero. And no GG. Ah, that's gonna be a red card. You spend 30 minutes with someone in such a heated battle, and no GG. So, we're gonna start and end with control groups. I'm not even on about the camera anymore. Control groups exist. I have spoken. Still a win, though. On his defense, I don't think there's chat in the game. What? If there was any chat in the replay, we would have seen it. It is still in the replay. Where's the positive feedback? He's not playing Protoss. See, that works on 2 levels. Just like whatever Zerg strategy that is. I applaud. I wish I was having that much fun with SC2. I envy Big D over there. And clearly, with some creativity. Beautifully done. I'm impressed. Alright. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the StarCraft 2 tonight. Especially on the YouTubes. Thank you for all the likes. And I'm assuming we got some subscribes. But if we didn't, well, it was still good. Alright. we're still gonna be streaming. I'm looking at Heroes of the Storm. I'm trying not to get sucked into the new Destiny 2 thing, only to get burned by Bungie for the... I ran out of hands. But... yeah. Maybe some Against the Storm. Either way, there's probably going to be something Storm-related. I've also been looking at the new Manor Lord stuff. Either way, thank you, YouTube, for watching. Make sure to smash that like button.